and the Honorable Senator Peris Tobiko. I thank you all for joining us today to bid my father a final farewell. Thank you all the leaders who have come here to condole with us. You are not just here to condole with my siblings and I, you are here to condole with my mother. There are many things I can say about my father, and nobody knows a man more than his children, not even his wife. Fathers and their daughters share a special bond, and anybody who saw me growing up knows I was a daddy's girl. There are many things I learned from my father that I will apply in my life, and there are many things I learned from my mother that I will also apply in my life. Been a gathering like this in Melili. As you have heard from Ole Monique, who spoke earlier, this was his platform for politics. Those of us who are here grieving today are here to say goodbye to my father. For everything. And there is always a time and place for politics. Just here today is people shaking in their boots. We are here to say goodbye to my father and not for any. All other politics aside, you all know where the office of the Honorable Senator is. I can tell you, if you Google her phone number, you will get it. And she has always had an open door policy. So feel free to come and visit her in her office. Feel free to come and visit her in her home. But this is not the time and place for you to use your 5 minutes of fame to try and address my mother in front of other leaders. My father, as Ole Monique had said, was let me not put it that way. My father had political ambitions. He was a dreamer. The difference between dreamers and doers is one was and one hoped. The one who hoped lies here before us today, and we are here to say goodbye. But the one who stands before me and is my mother. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It says nothing about he who finds a husband. And my father found the best thing. Those of you who have seen my father come to Melili from the time before I was born, you know him as a man who loved pickups. My father had a pickup forever, and I remember when my second sister was born and we became 3 children, I used to ask him how we will fit him, the driver, and 3 girls at the front, and he would always tell us car square, and somehow we always fit. But from the time my mother bought her first car, her car always had enough space for her children. That is why one of them was a politician and one of them hoped to be one. Politics is the equitable distribution of resources. So it is a mother who thinks of her children when she's buying a car, and a father who thinks of his life as a farmer. My father was a farmer. He was a kind man. I saw so many of my cousins and my uncles and my aunties come and go through our house, as is the African way. From Rembesa, Museka, Nanyu, Jane, Musuri, who is practically my brother because I think we were born the same year. All of them came through not just my father's house, my mother's house. It is my mother who fed them. It is my mother who made sure they had a warm place to sleep. So as you sit here to bid my father farewell, show some respect, because my mother is nobody's mate. I am thankful to all of you who have gathered here today, and for the people who are here to condole with us, asante sana, you've come from far and wide. For those who are here to gather for a spectacle and for gossip, enjoy. It's not, we are used to it. We are a few years away from the next election, and you are already campaigning on my mother's behalf in Narok. Unfortunately, she is not vying for anything in Narok, so I welcome you to come and campaign for her in Kajiado as the next governor. Asanteni sana. Kwaheri.
Wapi makofi ya huyo kiongozi? Enyewe mtoto wa mtu ni mtu. Mtoto wa mwanasiasa unajua anajua kuongea sana. Hata mtoto wa pasta ni nani? Ni pasta. Nachukua fursa hii kwa heshima kumkaribisha aliyekuwa waziri Bwana Keriako Tobiko. Atazungumza kutoa tribute yake na kuzungumza pia kama one of our elders. Karibu.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kindiki, the family of my brother and friend, Commissioner Kishando Ole Suji, Oromari Bokin Elolonga, Langang Ole Suji, Lariko Bokin Oti anyway, Oloshola ma te jumla wetu neiput anaronata. Enda suba. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Langu ni mawili matatu. Amu orele ayuni oeragrene nigi yolo unaba erejona yole mweniki ni nyoldongani le dogo ya Belo University Tanago. Meneja nege jole suji la Nairobi. Ore Belo University Nairobi nanu rangamwa. Ane unaja nanu rangamwa. Na irodol wait ni neji ngi darasani. Na imonolize kidogo amulasima bega jai. Lazima bai monolize kidogo. Nanu abona bagyo boom lenye. Na dung kidogo. Na isho gulie na ora. Niki ya kuitoreta tukakuwa marafiki. Your Excellency, what I'm saying is I have known Commissioner Ole Suji for years. Even before he and my sister Peris got to know each other. Nanu etu rumo. Ename nanu. Nanu etu rumo. Na nanu orudumo Ole Suji alo au monoki ang tembele olda sarabojo le balo shele melele gaba. I am the one who went and convinced my late dad, who was not a very easy guy to convince, that Paris has gotten the best man. And surely she did. Ituagara yoga orole suji. Lolewa ondomonok romarelo le suji mi yololo ina. Ay dorora yelo. Kenjorote ngishu. Ore ay gijoro aba enenda wo. Enenda wo. Ituagara ke oroni tuagara ke ngosana omewelo. We have lost a man, a leader. A leader, not just a leader in his family, not just a leader in his county or counties, because he belongs both in Narok and Kajiado. We have lost a leader for the entire Ma nation. And I'm a soba, I'm a larigoni abala, lolo sholama. Yeah. Menarigino tenegi sindigisha nega rageta ngoitoi na muru ya menarigino endarigino begi njankanyi tenye. But he was also a national leader. He served in many positions in senior government offices until I think 2022 2023, including as commissioner for CRA. So this country Your Excellency, and I guess that's partly why you're here. This country has lost a gallant warrior. And Commissioner Kishando is one guy who stood very firm where he saw injustice. He's one guy who spoke for the truth and stood for the truth. Melei habole suji. Melei ala. Nimme boru. Nirasheye esepata. Ole suji lo enenda wai ninye tanagatele otiele sanduku. Aomun ormarei lole suji. Aomun inganisani. Aroningonai bishops ojo governors enda saruenda drogi enda saruenda. Aomun romarei lole suji. Amon inganisani bishop ir pastani. Amaira she yese vata. Maira she ye enyorata. Amuni nyaba itashi ye nyo. Ela yoni loyongoni oragara newe. Teneti na ragolo. Teneti na rabashate. Na omoni ndai la yole wabao yeyo. Maira gielele kwanza. Maira berai. Maito robilo. Rage bege independent. Piro biju nguluko. Oyemboro yogeneti na ragolo. Amu emedejaba tumase edisor masai angai. Pamero nageti angai. Pamedir masai. No lo yobo kinu tiene weji. Ole meti ene weji. Yangoru yo. Mangoru noto. Pe yemege bonu asogen. Enang enda uai. Medori ponda ngai ni lejile jinde bo kenil daoja. May God rest his peace and eternal peace. Tabara ngulugo Nairobi and enda uai. God bless you.
Asante sana. Tunaendelea sasa ili tukamilishe nafasi hiyo. Tuko na Masai Council of Elders na mzee Ole Sadera Matiko